G'day guys, Mike Popey from Roman Free. So I'm about to do a walkthrough of our 2022 Royal Flair Aussie Mate. You might have seen our video we did last year of our 2021 Royal Flair Family Flair. If you haven't want to check that out, jump on YouTube and you'll see it as well. What we've done, we're a family of 5 with a dog. We live on the road. We've been traveling full time for about 2.5 years now. We're on our second lap of Australia. And what we did after our first lap, we upgraded the caravan, which also meant we had to upgrade the car. But what I'm going to do now is go through a full rundown of this 2022 Royal Flair Aussie Mate. Now just remember, we've done a lot of modifications to this. We've added an extra 2 foot, so it's 23 foot in length. If you are towing something, if you're towing with something that can only go to 3.5 ton, this is not the caravan for you. You need to make sure you can do at least 4 ton towing. So you need to either have a Land Cruiser like us that's got that GVM GCM upgrade, or a Yang tank, or a truck itself. But what I'll do, I'll go through what we've got, what we've added, why we've added it, and hopefully it helps you with your decision. Anyway, if you've got any questions, best thing to do, hit us up on Instagram at @_RomanFree. Ask a question there and we'll get back to you straight away. Cheers. Alright guys, I'm going to do a quick 360 of external before we go inside itself. So I'm going to start here. Just remember, we've been on the road already for a month, so we want to kind of use a few things so we can kind of see what's worked, what hasn't worked. So far we're pretty happy with what we've done. So our last few vans we've always had the Weber. This time we've gone the Ziggy. The reason for this is pretty simple. It folds into itself and we can slide that all the way back in. We didn't want the extra kitchen for the space. We use this thing a lot, and by having this, it also means when you're in WA, a lot of the time, it is that windy outside, it blows the barbecue out. So by being able to push it in a little bit, we can still have a cook up, push it in, gets out of the wind, and off we go. Alright, so moving on to the airbag suspension. We've got the Alco Enduro X suspension, or the Alco Enduro X airbag suspension. Everyone used to rave about it. We used to get so jealous having to use ramps and stuff. We can simply pull up, self levels, hit auto, we don't have to worry about ramps. Bloody sensational. What you'll notice as well, I haven't even touched base on this, something that we've never ever seen on another Royal Flair. We got the idea from the Lotus off-grid. Again, another company, but make a great quality van. What we've done here, usually your checker plate finishes about here. You've got the Aussie Mate strip, saying Aussie Mate, there's a big gap, and then you got your decal. When we took it through bush scrub, especially in WA, it marked the composite a lot. So what we want to do, we've lifted up the checker plate, and we've made this decal bigger, and we've brought it all the way down to meet. We've got no strip in the middle, we've got no composite in the middle, and we just wanted that nice layout of kind of in thirds here. We reckon it looks pretty cool anyway, so we're happy with what we've done here. Again, we've never seen it on a Royal Flair before, and it's something that we kind of come up with after getting that that inspiration from the Lotus off-grid van. Alright, while we're in as well, just here's our tunnel boot. Great thing about this, it goes all the way through, so you'll see the other hatch on the other side. While we're at it, we've got the Fusion speakers here, all connected to the entertainment system. Cool thing about these is they light up, you can change them whatever colour you want, so that's pretty cool. The kids love changing colours each time. We can go Bluetooth, USB, the whole lot there, inside, outside, so we're loving that. What you notice here straight away, something quite different, is the extra large side window. So we made the window as big as we could. We love the light inside. We love having that really open space, especially when you're inside with that bed, because that's where our bed drops down. We haven't moved very far. This simply here is your your entertainment area. So as you can see here, I've got a few power points, just another harness or another bracket for the TV. It's got 12 volt, 240 volt, and just in here's your Fusion system as well. So if you kind of shoot in there, you can see there as well, that's just your outside system. You've also got an internal one as well, so we can connect our music and things to that. Alright, so just a couple of standard features here. Just another 240 plug here. We've got a couple of USBs under here, and also another 12 volt plug under there, so just for more power sources there. Picnic table, pretty standard, but what we've got is something different as well. We've upgraded the tyres to the Mickey Thompson's all-terrains, and what we've done as well, we've gone the 5 stud pattern on the wheels. So these are the Land Cruiser ones. So when you're on the Gib or anywhere around Australia, we've got a spare, but let's say you blow that. Pretty easy to find Land Cruiser rims, especially having a Land Cruiser ourselves. We can kind of interchange them as well in an emergency. Another thing we've done a bit different here, we've changed the door. So I think this is pretty much your same door, but as you can see here, we've gone the full crimp safe door. A bit more security, we like the look of it, a lot more sturdy. It also means on the other side, instead of having a curtain, we've got that full length blind that comes all the way down. And obviously you can see here all that like perspex, it lights it right up as well, so a lot more light can come through. Just working along here, you'll see there's a lot of lights as well. And what we love about the Aussie Mate that Family Flair didn't have, every single light, inside, outside, and we've even got a few LED bars on the front, back, and on top of this awning here. They're all remote control, so you can either hit them by the switches or you got remote controls you can do. But what I love about these, you can change the color of them, so you can make them a white light, you can make them an orange light, you know, get rid of the mosquitoes and things like that. And obviously then we can mix them up with the speakers as well, but there is no shortage of light. We've gone for here, we've got 2 9-kilo gas bottles in there on a slide out. I've got a bunch of other stuff stored in there as well. We've got a jerry can here, we've got a jerry can on the other side, or jerry can holder. We've got 2 jerry can holders on the back as well, so we can actually take 4 jerry cans, or 4 20-litre jerry cans on this van. We've only got 2, we don't need that many. Comes with the stone guard here. Again, not super effective. I'd still be going like a stone stumper or a bit more protection if you're worried about that. You'll see straight away we've gone the Super Gale black chassis. So given the bottom of it's all black, we just wanted to blend that in with a black chassis opposed to going that standard metal colour. It can pick up a few chips, very easy to fix. Our last van, that was a silver colour, that's still chipped up as well, and we had to spray that when needed. What you notice here, when we got the GCM upgrade, we've got the Haul Ace 5-ton hitch, something a bit different here. It's a pretty heavy duty thing we've got going there. Also, as we are over 3.5 tonne, anytime you're over 3.7 tonne, we do need the weight distribution hitches as well. I quite like it. It gives it a smoother ride, especially we don't really need it. We've got the airbags and things like that as well. Levels it out nicely and just feels a bit better when towing. So I've towed with them, I've towed without them. For something that takes 2 minutes to connect, personally I like them. We've obviously got a bit of storage here. We've got the full 3-bike rack on here for obviously the kids' bikes, Brooks' bikes up here. There's one of the LED bars on the front there as well. You can see the Royal Flair, the Caravan HQ sticker. If you need a van, hit up these guys, they're awesome. Otherwise, hit us up as well, and we'll love to give you some tips and steer you in the right direction. All right, so everything here is pretty plain. What you'll notice as well, there's been a bit of calcium in the water as I gave it a hose down. There's not many vents here. So inside we've got the compressor fridge. It's a 274 litre, so it's a nice big one. We don't have all the vents, so less chance of getting dirt and dust stuck inside. This is our outside shower, hot water, cold water, we can do the lot with that. And what you'll notice as well is we've got 4 water tanks. So we've got 4 tanks of water under there. We've gone a 50-litre grey water tank. We just didn't see the point in having a 100-litre. Last time we actually removed it because we just didn't use it, but we thought, look, let's be safe. We'll just keep a 50-litre. It gave us an extra bit of room to put an extra tank under there as well. So we'll move around here. What we've got in our system, what we've upgraded as well, the Aussie Mate I think comes with 300 amp lithium, the inner drive system with a 2600 watt inverter. You can't really see it here, but we've got this is the TriStar solar controller. Just means we can pull power in from whether it's connected to the car, the solar panels, or even 240 all at the same time. So we've got extra coming in. It's a pretty big system. It takes a bit to get your head around, but we've upgraded this battery system. So we've got 2 300 amp hour lithium. We've got the EnerDrive Pro system. We've got the 3000 watt inverter, so we can run our air conditioner. We've got air fryers, we've got thermomixers, microwaves, toasters, all that stuff in it. Remember, we're living in this thing full time with the kids, so we wanted to make sure that when we're off grid, usually we're chasing the sun, it's like we're connected to 240 all the time. We're in a caravan park right now, we're not even connected because we just don't need to be. Here's the other 2 inlets for the other 2 water tanks. What I love about the Royal Flair and the Aussie Mate, which a lot of vans don't have, I don't know if you can jump under here. This is where we connect water. Again, we connected water before we left, so we've got that much water in this, we haven't even connected to mains. But there's a little valve here, so when you are connected to mains, you just turn that valve and it actually automatically fills your water tanks. You don't actually have to, do it manually and take these off. It makes it nice and easy if you're at a site with water and you're about to take off somewhere and you want to fill up those tanks. This is our instant hot water system. What it means is, with 5 of us, we just don't have to wait for the water to heat up like those electric/gas systems. Yeah, we do use a little bit more gas. A 9-litre bottle just lasted us 4 weeks. I literally just changed it, so I was pretty stoked with that. But yeah, instant hot water, we had on the last one, we loved it, so we went with it again. This is just the other hatch for the tunnel boot. Again, goes all the way through, fill it with whatever you want. I just had this, just a pole carrier, so mainly for our the anti-flap kits. You know, whether you want to put fishing rods in there, you know, long poles, whatever it may be. As we work around here, this is our wood fire box. As you can see at the moment, it's actually got our flat pack fire pit in there, plus we've got another bunch of other stuff in there. We can move that if we actually want to put some firewood in there, but we didn't need it at the moment. This is the diesel tank for our diesel heater. We didn't think we'd use it that much. We've actually used it heaps, especially up the centre. It gets pretty cold at night when you're free camping. We wish we had this fan when we were in Tassie, because we would have used it so much more. But when you haven't got power, these things work fantastic. Uses hardly any diesel, as you can see there. But yeah, we'll keep working around, and just something else we added to it that doesn't come standard with. Alright, we're almost done with this side, but given it's a 23-foot van internally, it's a big van, also means we've got a 20-foot awning here, so we've got a nice big awning. Some people go the electric awning. For us, we didn't want it. We've heard a few horror stories, you know, in storms and things like that. Yes, they look pretty cool. They're quite bulky and stuff. I just didn't want, personally, people that have got them love them. Other people have had issues. It was just one more thing to go wrong for us. So for us, I just wanted to stick with the old-fashioned one. Less problems. If something did go wrong, a lot easier to fix. But as you can see here, we've got a nice 20-foot awning, heaps of space. The dog's happy. She's protected. She's undercover here, aren't you? And yeah, great area to sit underneath anyway. All right, we're at the back of the van now. It actually does stick out a fair way, so you've got to make sure you've got nice amount of space. This is just a carrier for our internet pole. We were running the RFI antenna. We tested a few other ones, not really happy with it. So if you want some good internet, I'd recommend the Out There internet. Fantastic product as well. So you know, if you're like us and you work on the road and you rely on it, Out There internet's a really good one. Again, we're not affiliated with them or anything like that. As you work across here, we've got the these are really cool, the LEDs. I didn't even realise I think they're just standard anyway on all the Royal Flairs these days, but they're like running lights. They look really cool when they're running across. You can see our rear camera up there, another light bar, the extra large window at the back as well. So we had that bigger than our last one. Obviously the checker plate's a bit higher. You know, last wheel, again, that Land Cruiser stud pattern, we just had that changed so it worked better. Again, we've got this nice big bar here, and you know, more room for jerry cans, but we just use it for storage because we just don't need that space. And as you can see here, I'll just show you, like, if we're driving along and we pull into a side and it's late at night, I don't even have to get out the car. I can light the whole side up. I just hit, you know, got the remote here, just hit that button, and there that light bar lights up. Pretty cool thing, can light up your whole site so you can see exactly where you're going into. Pretty much covered everything outside. If I've forgotten something, just again send us a question on our Instagram page, and I'll definitely get back to you and answer it. Big thing we do get asked is about the weight. So I think the tear weight of this is slightly over 3.3 tonne, and we've got the ATM of 4.5 tonne. Given we can only tow 4 tonne, we've got to make sure that, you know, we're not going over that kind of 650 payload. Only issue is going to be is if we fill all our water tanks up, it's going to put us over, given we're only allowed 4 tonne with the cruiser. So what that means is we've got a bladder that we carry as well. We might get into site and then just, you know, take the bladder in and then manually fill them up. That way we don't have to pull the caravan in every time we do it. We're pretty good with weights. We don't carry a lot of stuff, or if we do, they're not really heavy items. So yeah, something you've got to be wary of, obviously, to make sure you're covered by insurance, and you know, if you do get pulled up and you do get weighed, which apparently these days is happening a bit more often, especially up in Queensland. Anyway, I think we've done outside enough. Actually, one thing I forgot. Up on the roof, we've also got the, we upgraded to the WinSig TV antenna, which also has a little internet point as well. So if we've got, you know, okay internet and we don't want to have to put up that big aerial, that big antenna that we've got, that just slightly improves it as well, and that goes straight into our router. But anyway, we'll get in on side. I reckon this is where the coolest part of these caravans are. Let's go. Alright guys, it's time to come inside. Now look, I've got to give Brooke all the credit here. So when it comes to all the colours and the layout, this was her area. But come in, I'll go through as much as I possibly can. Hopefully I don't miss anything. Alright, I'm going to start at the front door here. So as I said, we've gone the security door here. It's the CrimSafe door, and what we also love, we've got this blind. So it's all the way down, stays nice and compact on the tracks, gives us full shade there, and we just like it a bit better than the curtain that we used to have. Over here, we do like making things a little bit more homely. So as you can see on the wall, this is from the plant project, and we got this idea from our friends Nathan and Martine Wallace. We saw it in their van, absolutely loved it, and said, do you mind if we do the same thing? And they're more than happy for us to go. So I think it's the planned project. Again, we're not affiliated with any of this stuff in here. If we are, I'll let you know. But when we find something great, we do love sharing it. And from the last video we did, we constantly get asked where we get certain items from. So I'm going to try to cover it here. All right, while I'm still at the entry, I want to try to cover everything. So this here is just a little panel here for our inner drive pro system. Shows me that my batteries are at 100%. So I don't even need to go onto the main panels here. I can see we're at 100%. We've got 13.8 volts. We're not even connected to power here at the moment. We've got 5 solar panels on the roof. We added an extra solar panel. So we've got 5 210 watt solar, so 1050 plus a solar blanket up there. If you just want to come in here, here's our main system here. So the Cymarine display here, you can see we're at 100%. We can scroll through this here. We can see what our loads are, what the solar coming in is. We're at a full 600 amp of lithium because we added an extra 300 amp of lithium from the standard system. And then you can even go down and see our water tanks where they're at the moment. Gives you a whole layout here. Over here, here's our universal remote for the inner drive. What we love about this is we don't need to turn an inverter on. The inverter and the batteries, while I'm talking about this, are positioned under the couch. The Family Flair, our battery systems were external, so they were open to the weather and things like that, river crossings. We've got some nice big long 300 amp hour lithium batteries under there, as well as the actual main inverter. We don't have to go and turn it on. We can just, right now, as I said, I'm not connected to power. I can just hit that on comes our air conditioner. As you can see, our microwave's on, all that kind of stuff. So we love having this system where even though we're not connected to any power, it feels like we are, and we're always chasing the sun, so we've got plenty of energy coming in. All right, something else we added, these bench tops here wasn't available on the Royal Flair website or anything like that. We sourced these ourselves. So Brooke wanted a marble bench, but nothing too strong. So we've also gone the waterfall here, because usually it would just be the standard material. We've got the waterfall bench top here in that light marble. We've gone the two burner, I suppose, induction cooktop. So we've got lots of space here. We didn't want the big gas stove top again. We've got a lot of space. It's nice and clean. We never use the oven. We've got the Ziggy outside where we do most of our cooking in there. So it gave us more cupboard space as well. Big thing living in this full time. Even though it's 23 foot, we want to have as much storage as we can. Another thing you'll notice, here's all our lights. So, we've got lights for the speakers, outside, inside, spotlights, and all of this stuff's remote control as well. And while I've got you here, something else we've added, we just never had enough power points, so we've added an extra plug here near the door so we can run some more appliances. Also, what you'll notice here, the last caravan, we didn't have this covered here. As we added 2 foot of length, so we've got 23 foot internally. I've finally got my own drawers. So I've got some drawers here, some cupboard space here, and this is the internal, music system like the one outside, so we can connect to that and have some music going on there. So I'll work around here as we keep going. A big thing you'll notice here, how kind of sleek this looks. So we've got no control panels, we've got no switches up here, we've got no handles. They're all underneath here. Big thing people ask about storage, so I'll go into that as well. I think these colours are self-sourced as well, are they, Brooke? She's behind the camera. No, they're not. All right, these ones are available from Royal Flair. So we've got the timber above and the white on the bottom. You can see we've got the push button handles again. We've gone white here, so it all looks nice and sleek. Our last van, we had the black ones. We liked them. We didn't like the big bulky. Again, personal choice there. But as I've got you here, just come through here and I'll show you. So even all the switches and stuff that used to be externally, we want it all hidden away. So it looked really kind of neat and clean. If you look in here as well, we've got the, one big thing we're going to talk about is the bed, but we've even got the control for the bed, our aircon. We've got all the main isolation switches. We've got the fuses. Everything's in here. So when we look back, everything's kept really, really neat. Everything's kept really, really clean. Alright, so as we're working on the kitchen, one thing you'll notice as well, this is self-sourced, is the brush copper. So from Abbey Interiors or ABI Interiors or whatever it's called, we've got the brush copper sink, obviously brush copper tap, the brush copper sink. We've even gone the brush copper little cistern stop here, and this is for our water ionizer. Now the only thing we are affiliated with and what we do online is we distribute for Enagic. Enagic is what produces these water ionizers. This is basically what funds us on the road. So we've been in this business for just under 2 years now as of filming this, and it means that we can do this lifestyle here. So we're very, very big on water, very big on health, and we get to kind of align ourselves with a company that does that. So if you're wondering what this is, that there is a Japanese-made water ionizer, and that's what all our water comes out of. And we've plumbed that separately. So all we need to do is turn this button on here. We don't have any, and here's our drinking water. We use it for cleaning, sterilisation, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so as I said, one big thing we do get asked a lot about is storage. So what, again, this is all Brooke's thing. Outside's my domain, inside's hers. She's very, very neat here. So as you can see, she's just gone to, I don't even know where she's gone. Kmart maybe, I don't know. Storage King, something like that. And she's even labelled them as well. So again, we live in it full time. Space is a massive thing. We like being able to, you know, have it nice and clean, neat. When we need something, we can find it straight away. So as we're working around here, as you can see underneath, we've got lots of storage space. We've got lots of bench space. You know, we do try to make it homely. You know, with our old one, we used to have like a green wall. We might do it again one day, I don't know. You can see here on the rug, the floor runner. When we're out in the red dust, this gets packed away because the kids will destroy it. I think this is from Miss Amara, am I right? Yep, cool, Miss Amara. Check that out online as well. Again, Brooks picked all that. Now, given we've got the Super King bed, and these standard are 21-foot vans. We've gone the 23-foot van, so we've got the more storage space. We've got the extra bench space here as well, which I'll go through in a second. But we've got that Super King bed. For us, that's the game changer. Having 3 kids, we've got a bed as wide as the caravan, and it also gives us this huge club lounge. We've been in this van for a bit over a month, and we've even had nights out in the centre near Uluru where it was so cold. We had like 10 people sitting around this thing, having a drink, watching TV. Absolute game changer. What you'll notice here, our last van, we went the Aqua Clean. I think it was the Caribou 76. Caribou 76. We love that colour. However, with the kids, the red dirt, we wanted to go back to leather. So back on the couch. This is the, it's called Orion. It's genuine leather. It's not standard. So we've paid a bit extra, but given we live in this thing, we wanted a genuine leather opposed to that PU leather, that feels. So again, the Aqua Clean, the Caribou 76, we love that color. The surface of it though, you can clean it easily, but it does mark easily, and especially with little kids that love running around on it, this is so much better, especially a month into it. So we're stoked we've gone the leather. Also on the table here, it's matching what we've done here, you know, with that bench top that we did source ourselves with that kind of light granite feel. And what you notice here is straight away, when we look at the back of this van, the extra large windows, the window at the rear, because the standard Aussie Mate doesn't even have a window at the back. It's got some little storage things. How much light comes in, just light filled. It feels way more open, and we often find that when we get to a really great site, you're often backing into the area, so whether it's a lake or a beach is behind you, this way we can look out the window in the morning, we can sit here, look out the back, and we've got these beautiful views and this big panoramic view at the back of the van, which we just love. So we'll get back around it here anyway. A few things, as I said, we've got a lot of extras in this van, so you want to make sure that when you chat to your dealer, or you can hit us up again on Instagram or on Facebook, and we're more than happy to answer some questions. As we're working around here, what you'll notice as well, the Super King bed comes with the chains. It's very sturdy, where the Queen bed actually comes with straps. Having the Queen bed, it means you're going to be lying east-west. Obviously the van's going to be a lot more compact, but you're going to be climbing over each other. Given that we own this full time, last thing we want to do in the middle of the night is climb over each other. So we like being north-south sleeping. But as I'm working around here, this here is just the control for the diesel heater. Again, we didn't have this on the last van. It's not a standard feature. The Webasto, I don't know what the error is there. Oh, there we go. The Webasto diesel heater uses hardly any fuel, works an absolute treat, and the vent's just underneath there as well. So you might see that just under the couch. Heats up the van, you know, within minutes. So again, I'm going to keep working around here as I go. Sirocco fans, they're brilliant, use hardly any energy. We've got 5 of these, so given the bed's so big and the couch area is so large, we've got 1 on each side. We've got triple bunks having the 3 kids, and they've got one each as well. So right now we're actually at Ivanhoe Caravan Park in Kununurra, WA. They're absolutely lovely owners. We've been having a chat with them. Our kids are outside at the moment trying to keep quiet for us to do this video. But as I said, we're not even connected to water. We're not connected to power because we just wanted to show you that this van was designed to be off grid. We're in an area that could keep them busy. Alright, we just had to shoot out for a little emergency with the kids. Well, not emergency, they're just fighting. But anyway, what you'll notice here, especially if you're not used to the Royal Flair, you can look at the space here. Everyone that walks into these caravans cannot believe how roomy these things are. The reason for that is, obviously we're 23 foot. We don't have a couch in the middle of the caravan that usually sticks out. So we've got this nice wide open hallway here. We've got a huge extra big couch. Having the drop down bed, one of the best things about it is not only the space that it provides, if you've got little kids, you've ever been camping, the thing they all do is jump inside with dirty feet, sandy feet, and they're in your bed. You get in at night time and it's just crunchy, it's disgusting. What we love here, we can put our bed out of action during the day. We can shower the kids and stuff at night time. You know, they can watch a movie here. We can even suspend this halfway down, and we'll show you that later in the video. They can watch a movie, we can sit underneath and even have dinner. So we love this extra space. Having that 23 foot and adding 2 foot to the Aussie Mate not only gave us that big bed, we've got more bench space here, so we can have our Thermomix, our air fryer, our toasters, kettles, everything out here, and still got all this room over here for, you know, to prepare food and things like that. One thing we've got here is the use of space that these guys do at Royal Flair is incredible with this design. Also, what we've done, and a little bit different to last time, we'll just open up here. We've got the larger 4 kilo washing machine. We used to have the 2.5 kilo wall-mounted washing machine in the Family Flair above the toilet. Made it a little bit squashier in there. Gave us more cupboard space out here, but again, I think we were about there. We didn't have the extra length here because the van was shorter, so we didn't have this lot there. But we couldn't wash the kids' bedding or our own bedding. It was just too small. So it was great for t-shirts and underwear and things like that. But if we wanted to do the bedding, we had to find a laundromat or a caravan park that had a bigger washing machine. With this here, we can do it all in the caravan, and we've still got heaps of space for storage. Alright, we've changed angles here, and now we're just going to work onto the TV. So even again, we don't have everything mounted on the wall and stuff with the antenna points and that. We've got it all inside there. It all goes up through here, keeps it nice and neat, nice and clean. Just little things like that, which we made sure that we changed on this van. The TVs that Royal Flair now provide, I don't know if it's for all of them or just the Aussie Mate, at least it's a smart TV. It's not that big, can't really go too big, otherwise that's going to stick out, but we can just take it off this bracket, we can put it outside if we want, but it's a smart TV, DVD player, so we've still got a few DVDs for the kids, which is great, especially if you're in an area with bad internet. But yeah, as I said, this is an area here, you know, you can watch it from the couch where, you know, Brooke's filming from now, or from in bed. We can swivel this right around if need be, but they have upgraded the TV, which I was pretty happy about. Also you'll see here is, originally, I'm not sure it's a standard feature now because we did on our last van, and every van I see now seems to have it. This used to be one single column of cupboards and then bench top, so it'd go all the way across. Again, 5 of us, full time. We thought we've got enough bench space here, especially by making it longer. So we've gone the double floor to ceiling cupboard space. So we've got lots and lots of storage for all the clothing and, you know, all our other crap that we've got in here. If you kind of work on here, actually, I'll just get you to go back because we haven't really looked at the roof here. So they've actually changed it from the Ibis air conditioner to the Gree. So far, I like it. I don't really notice too much difference, but I haven't got any complaints with this item yet. It's worked when we've needed it to work. Obviously the speakers we've got in here, we've got one here, one further down. You know, I can, you know, light them all up and change the colors and stuff, which is pretty cool. Even the fan here, it's got a extraction fan here. So I'll just get you to go back there. So not only here, like it's all automatic. You know, you push the buttons here. I don't know. I'm still learning this one here. You can push all the buttons here and it automatically goes up. You can make a, you know, fan or extraction fan, so you can change the ways you do it. I don't really know if that does anything with the temperature. I doubt it would, but who knows. Hardly use it clearly. And one thing that the Aussie Mates come standard with, and if you go on the Family Flair, get one anyway. Given that we've gone across, you know, dirt roads, did the gib last year, the amount of dirt and stuff that gets inside these things, this is just a positive pressure fan. So we're lucky now that we don't have the 3-way fridge, so I've got a lot less vents on the outside, but dirt and dust will always get in. It'll get in any little hole, crack, crevice, it'll find a way in. So by turning this on when you're on the road, just runs on 12 volt, it pressurizes the van, keeps all the dirt and dust out of it, keeps it nice and clean. So standard feature now with the, I think it always has been actually, with the Aussie Mate, not with the Family Flair. If you're going to go around Australia and you want to hit the dirt tracks, I think they're a couple grand extra, but definitely get one. So as we work on now around here, as I said, we've got the compressor fridge. After having the 3-way fridge, I bloody love this thing. This is the Thetford, I think it's 274 or 272 or 276. Anyway, it's 270 something litres. Freezer fridge. I found that the 3-way fridge used to frost up, and we were kind of, you know, defrosting it every few weeks. And it wasn't as effective, especially in the heat. We've got a lot less vents as well, or we've got no vents, but way more effective. It's obviously running on 12 volt all the time. We've got plenty of battery in this thing. Same size microwave we used to have. We used to actually have a cupboard up here, but because we've got the bigger fridge now, we haven't got the space. Another thing, the Aussie Mate to the Family Flair, surprisingly, the ceiling in this is actually lower than what we had. And the reason for that is they keep the same height externally, but given we've got the better suspension and more off-road clearance being an off-road van, the floor is actually higher. So you can pay to get the ceiling extended even higher. I'm 6 foot tall, I've still got enough space here. The only thing that's pissed me off a couple of times is when I've walked into the Ensuite and I haven't been paying attention, it just hits my head here. So I've actually got to duck a little bit just to get in there. That's the only thing. The old van, I didn't have to do it. So if height's an issue, that's something to keep in mind. But given a couple of head knocks, I'm happy, you know, less wind drag, smaller van, easy clearance to get into some spots, because we are, you know, we are towing a big van here, so we don't want to be too big externally. Right, while I'm here, there's a couple of things that I want to kind of mention. Firstly, the concertina door. This is not the standard concertina door, a lot more heavy duty. As you can see, it goes all the way to the floor, all the way to the ceiling. It's a lot thicker. It's got a little, you know, knob handle thing here, a lot better quality. The last one wasn't much better than a curtain, to be honest, and it used to drive me nuts. So we've upgraded the concertina door, but also while we're down here, the floor. The last floor we had was that concrete look. It looked bloody amazing in the Family Flair, but to be honest, it was kind of grooved and it was quite hard to keep clean, especially in the red dirt. It just kind of absorbed it, and we were just constantly scrubbing. We've gone, you know, to matching as well with the overhead cupboards, or, you know, again, this is Brooke's domain. She picked all the colours because if it was up to me, it would look shit house. But the light timber look here looks awesome. A lot easier. Obviously, you still got to clean it the same, but it just looks a lot cleaner all the time as well. So I'm pretty happy with this one. If you want to know the exact colour, ask Royal Flair what we got, or hit us up in the messages and we'll get it back to you. Right, we're working out in the kids area here. We added all these ourselves, so we actually asked for nothing. These are from Abby Interior as well, so it matches all the tapware and stuff. These little hat hangers, I don't know, they've got a fancy name. They're from Arlen Design on Instagram. Again, we're not affiliated with these guys, but a really lovely, just family-owned business that we always love to support. One thing we did notice with the Aussie Mate to the Family Flair as well, this full-length mirror didn't come on the Family Flair. I don't know if it does now, but we didn't used to have this. So full-length mirror here. Obviously got the mirror there. Behind here is just purely, behind me here, I've got to squeeze out of the way, is just for all the kids' clothing and their stuff. And then we've got the triple bunk. So you can see it's pretty much from all the way from the floor, all the way up. We've kept the leather here, which is also a lot easier to clean, because even though there's a ladder right here, kids being kids, they want to climb up on here. I might even get one of the kids in here soon, because someone asked me to cover the size that the kids have got, you know, you know, to kind of sit up and things like that. Given that the ceiling is slightly smaller on this Aussie Mate, without paying for the additional height, the top bunk definitely got the higher clearance. The length of these though is it 2 meters? Yeah, so we've got 2 meter long bunks, so super long bunks here. They've got lots of space there. We just make sure the little one isn't right up the top here, because you know, you can put up, oh, this is the barrier, there's still lots of space here. You know, you don't want the smallest kid up on top, or that's our opinion. Each of them come with a USB outlets and 12 volt outlets, and a little LED light there. And as you can see here behind the pillows, it's just tucked away at the moment, the Sirocco fans as well. Alright, so I've got the kids here on their bunks. Miller, what do you reckon of your bunk? You pretty happy with it?
Yeah.
You got lots of space?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and what about, we got Maxie down the bottom? Lots of room, mate?
Yep.
Love it.
More room than the top and middle.
Yeah, right. Alright, so one thing you notice as well with the Aussie Mate, and there's a few other designs and a few people doing it, is some people go the extra long, the extra wide bunks. So it pretty much makes the ensuite a bit bigger. There's no hallway in the middle. So the reason we didn't do this, I'll get you to just flip around here. So effectively what I mean is, as soon as you walk in here, the bunks go to the middle of the van. So they've got these extra wide bunks, and the ensuite's on this side. Reason we did was a couple of reasons. Our kids are still quite small. We've had some feedback from some families who have got young children. The only way in and out is through the bottom of it. So they've got walls on both sides and at the end, and they felt like they were a little bit trapped inside there. Also quite hard to do the bedding and to clean and get the mattresses out. Reason we did it, it was nice and open, gave us the hallway to make it feel a lot roomier. Also gave us that storage space down the middle there. The beds are plenty big enough for our kids and will be for many years to come. But again, it just opens it right up, gave it a lot more space. I can go down here, you know, come down here. Easy to make the beds, easy to see them, you know, get them out. Alternatively, as you can see, people that might have bigger kids prefer the other ones so they can, you know, have those extra wide bunks. For us, it's personal choice for us. This is what we wanted. All right, just quickly, now I know what Max was talking about. So the top bunk here, because we're at the front of the van, usually the bunks in caravans are at the back. Because we're at the front, the van's slightly got an angle. So this top bunk here is actually slightly smaller in length than the bottom two, where it's flat. Because the front of the van is, you know, square, and then at the top it tapers off. So I think, as I said, these are 2 meter long bunks. I think up here it's 1.9 maybe. Still a big bunk. I'm just going to walk into the ensuite here now. So this is something you're not going to see, and I've never seen this done on a Royal Flair Aussie Mate or Family Flair or any Royal Flair before. What you notice here, we've got a bench, you know, in the ensuite, as wide as what it is. Again, we've gone the Abbey brush copper tap, the white porcelain sink, and it's given us all this space. And the reason for that is we went the compost toilet. So given that there's the front of the caravan, having the compost toilet means we don't need a cassette. By not having a cassette means we don't need to put the toilet on that wall there, which means we can have this nice big bench space. I think these storage containers from IKEA, so we can store our towels in there, the attachments for the vacuum cleaner, you know, toilet paper, all that kind of thing. And we can keep all our toothbrushes, things like that underneath. And we've even got all this space up here, and under that door goes all the way across. So we've got so much more storage space than when we used to have a tiny little bench here, and then we'd have the toilet right there. So the compost toilet, this is our 4th caravan we've ever had. It's our 2nd Royal Flair. The toilet we were really unsure about. Brooke was very, very skeptical. I'd spoken to a lot of people who had it, everyone loved it. After 1 month, I am so glad I have this compost toilet. It doesn't smell at all. We've even got like a little extraction thing here, which we don't even need to use, that we can turn on. You know, you need to empty the wee container. The only downside as a guy, you need to sit down and have a whiz. But when we're free camping, you know, usually just go outside and piss on a tree. But anyway, the compost toilet, absolute winner, game changer, because we can change the whole floor plan of our ensuite. We've got way more space in it. It looks heaps better, gives us way more room even to go to the toilet. I probably empty it every 3 weeks for 5 of us. The stuff you put in it, the peat, P-E-A-T, you get from Bunnies for about $5, so it's cheaper than the chemical toilet. We don't need to find a dump point at all. It just goes into a bag and can go into a bin. It is so much easier, it is better, and it means we can be off grid heaps longer. Right, this is just the other side here. This is Brooks' doTERRA rack. Believe it or not, we don't work for doTERRA or do anything with doTERRA. Just absolutely love the products. We've got some beautiful friends who distribute for doTERRA, so if you're after any of that information, hit us up and we'll pass some details on. These are just some towel hooks here as well. But yeah, as you can see here, we made it a bit more homely. Again, Brooks, you know, womanly touch here to make everything look a lot nicer. But we completely custom designed this, you know, with Bill from Royal Flair. You know, so we could have more bench space, more storage space, and having that compost toilet meant that we could do all this. All right, just moving into the shower here. So again, we've gone the brushed copper. I think it's from Abbey as well, is it? Yes. I've been told yes. All right, so this is from Abbey as well. One thing you'll notice here different, here's connected to our Nespa. So this is also from Enagic, who we distribute for, and it just means every single shower we have is like showering in a thermal mineral spring. It's absolutely beautiful, great for skins, great for hair. But you know, we never ever shower in caravan parks or anything like that because the quality of our water and showers is so much better. But again, as a 6 foot tall guy, heaps of space in here, nice and big, no lack of space. Some of our old vans we really struggled, and I'd just go and shower at the caravan parks because it was too small in there. So here's the bed that everyone talks about. When you talk about our caravan, this is the thing that everyone mentions, is this bed. So we get it down to around this point here, and then all we need to do is remove the cushions. It's a simple push of the button for the table. That goes down. I'd say the whole thing takes us about 30 seconds. We take the pillows off, and then I'll show you the end result. Alright, here he is, guys, in play. As you can see, a super king bed. So quite often the kids jump in with us in the morning, you know, if they want to watch some TV or something. We've got lots of space in here. Absolutely love this thing. It's a inner spring mattress as well, but we just chucked an eggshell pillow topper to make it even softer again. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. As mentioned, we do like full disclosure, we like transparency, so we are not affiliated with any of these products except with the Nagic, as I said, because that's how we, you know, how we make our money. We do get asked a lot of questions about items, so I just want to make sure I'm covering them. I know all the linen is from Adair's. If there's anything you want to know about, hit us up. Caravan HQ is a dealer in Yatala in Queensland and also now in Victoria. We are ambassadors for them, so all that means is that because we're traveling full time, they use some of our content for marketing purposes and things like that. The big thing people always want to know is how much does this cost? You know, what's the price of it? You do need to contact your dealer. You know, obviously there's a price for a standard Aussie Mate, and then we've got all those things that we talked about. We've upgraded the solar, we've upgraded the battery, we've upgraded the inverter, we've extended an extra 2 foot of length to it. We've gone the black Super Gal chassis. You know, we've put in the diesel heaters. We've self-sourced a lot of the stuff. You know, like the bench tops. We've gone the genuine leather, the compost toilet. Obviously, a big thing is all the tapware. So we're talking brush copper sinks, all the taps. You know, the induction cooktop. I'm sure there's heaps of other stuff that I'll probably covered in the video, but all that stuff's obviously an extra. So if you want to know more information, hit us up on Instagram @_RomanFree. We don't do a heap on YouTube. Also on Facebook at Roman Free Brooke and Michael, or Michael and Brooke Roman Free. You know, find us there, hit us up with any questions. We make sure we get back to absolutely every person we can. I think I've covered all the weights and stuff. ATM on this is 4.5 tonne. The tear weight's around the 3.3 tonne mark as well. We've got 4 water tanks in it, which we've you know, obviously increased that as well. We changed the stud pattern in the wheels and tyres as well, so you know it matched a Land Cruiser, very easy to source. Obviously the hitch is different as well. We had to upgrade that when we did the upgrade on the car. And I think that probably covers the majority of the things. And look, if I've forgotten something or I haven't answered something, please hit us up. Let us know. We do love helping other people. We love seeing as many families as possible on the road, living this life full time. You know, we think the more people that can do this, the better. And yeah, we just genuinely love this lifestyle. We love being able to spend 24/7 as a family with our kids. We don't miss out on any moments. We get to experience this incredible country we've got. Yeah, and I hope you got something out of it. If you did, give us one of those likes down there, and yeah, we'll chat soon. Cheers, guys.